How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is TheStarkz, and welcome to a brand new The Last of Us video. Today, we're going to be discussing The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer. Now, this is going to be one out of a few multiplayer videos I'm probably going to make for this channel, and today we're going to be focusing on a Battle Royale game mode for The Last of Us Part 2. Now, one thing I first want to say is thank you to all the viewers, and thank you if you're watching this. Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That would be nice. And two, that Naughty Dog hasn't technically confirmed The Last of Us Part 2 to have some kind of multiplayer. However, it's pretty much going to happen because, you know, they've been hiring for multiplayer designers and temporary positions. Plus, most of their games have multiplayer, so I'm sure they're going to do something. Now, for this Battle Royale game mode that I want to include in Part 2's multiplayer, it's going to call it a Hunt mode, or The Last of Us BR Hunt, or just Battle Royale Hunt. Something between the lines of Hunt, because I like the word Hunt, okay? Now, I have two different versions. So, the first version is either 4 or 5, 40 or 50 people in one map. Okay, so which means 4 groups of 10, my apologies, 10 groups of 4 people, or 10 groups of 5 people. Probably 4 because the first games had 4 people. And you have two different types of BR. So you have the one where it's more like you have different factions. So you have something like the Seraphites, or the Fireflies, or Hunters, a government group, or survivors, right? And you have like these different 5 groups, and essentially you are given different tasks throughout this BR. So it's not necessarily we're going to drop in and we're going to kill everyone kind of thing, and whoever stays alive the longest wins, and there's a storm that pushes you out. Nothing like that. More so a bigger map, almost as big as the Western Ghats in Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, but a little smaller, where it's controlled, almost like Alcatraz, I think it's called, in Black Ops 4, something like that, where it's controlled spawns and whatnot. And you don't technically get any spawns, but it's more like a survival simulator kind of thing where it's very open, and you have these different factions. You can open up a map, and you can say, okay, we're the Seraphites, we have to get to the Fireflies, we have to raid them, and then when we get back, once we raid them, we have to transport all of our loot back to our Seraphite factions. However, we got word that the survivors are coming to attack us. We have to strategize and have a couple people in the factions area, and a couple people going out to loot the Fireflies. So it's going to be something like that, more objective based, not necessarily get a bunch of kills. And there are respawns, but it's going to be controlled respawns, like I said, almost like how Black Ops 4's new game mode does it. So that's one. And then the second one is your typical 50 to 100 players with regular multiplayer loadouts, but some, perks and mods are taken away, and essentially they have to be earned throughout the entire match. So essentially, you get, let's say you have, for me, on multiplayer, on the standard multiplayer on Supply Raid for The Last of Us, the first game, I got a hunting rifle that's silenced, I got a pistol, a revolver, it's not silenced, and then I have a bunch of perks. I think I have Covert Training 3, I think I have Brawler, I have Reviver, and I have Crafter. In that case, for this typical Hunt mode for BR, but this is the second version of it, is I can use that same loadout, except the silencer is gone and the and all the perks are gone. All I have is my hunting rifle and revolver and reduced ammo. And essentially the concept is you spawn in, or you fall from like a sky. Similar. I don't like the idea of falling from a sky because it seems kind of stupid, but Naughty Dog can find their own ways. I think something they can do is have like a little transition period where there was a map called Airstrip. I think it's Airstripe. I think it's Airstrip in Uncharted 3, where you have like this little transition where you basically your team and the opposing team has to get a bunch of kills. I think it's about 10 kills max, and you're on a moving plane with moving cars, and you have to jump your way and get kills at the same time. That's something they can do for this Battle Royale. Have something similar, and then you spawn in this little... You get this little cinematic, and you see your team coming from that little transition period after getting a couple of kills. And then you're in this little controlled map, almost like the size of Western Ghats, but from Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, but a little smaller. And from that, you can use your like I said, your standard revolver and hunting rifle class, but without perks. And essentially, Days Gone has a really cool concept where you can find these little narrow checkpoints, and once you do so, you can either choose to upgrade your stamina or health. So Naughty Dog can do something similar where you can upgrade your stamina, health, or your listening mode, right? And whatever else they implement in the second game, right? Maybe faster crafting or something, right? And they can have the same concept where you have different perks in lockboxes that you find throughout the map, right? And the lockboxes are going to have your normal ammo and different guns that you can trade in and upgrade to use against your opponents. But you can also trade in. So let's say I was to find like a checkpoint, right? And I upgraded my health by 1 bar, which means I have 10% more health than your normal person who doesn't do that. And let's say I find Covert Training 3, a perk that I love personally in the first game, where you automatically get a shiv, so you don't have to craft it. You automatically cannot be marked if an opponent sees you, and when you're in listening or when you're crouched, you can't be seen in listening mode. So let's say I wanted that, I have to trade in that 10% bar increase for that Covert Training 3. That way it balances out the Battle Royale hunt mode. Instead of having players who spawn in with their regular loadouts and find a bunch of checkpoints and lock boxes based off of random or random number generators, and they get all these different advancements, it's like now they're overpowered people and you can never kill them. So that's a very unique way Naughty Dog can really shape the Battle Royale genre by having it where each decision and each circumstance is 100% your own, but you have to make sure that you're doing the right choices. Like, I love Covert Training 3, but I'd rather much have more health than Covert Training 3. So let's say that's something Naughty Dog can easily do for a Battle Royale game called Hunt Mode, which I think sounds really cool, but obviously that's just my idea. I know a lot of people don't want Battle Royale and some people do, but this is my opinion, of course. Let me know what yours are in the comment section below. I have another video for The Last of Us Part 2 coming regarding a ranked TDM and ranked mode for The Last of Us Part 2, because I think it's inevitable to happen like most things nowadays. So obviously I appreciate you for watching, and thanks again. Leave your comments in the comment section below whether you think you want a Battle Royale game mode, or if you have a different concept than me. I will definitely 100% read your comment and reply. I'm interested to see what you guys think. But yeah, thank you for watching. I have been TheStarkz, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.